This is AI.R. Artists in Residence Broadcasting, coming to you once a week from New York City.
I'm Emily Frankel, by myself tonight because my husband, John Cullum, is in a show called Scottsboro Boys. So we're going to have a heart-to-heart talk about dieting, about being skinny. Do you want to be skinny? Do you dream of being much smaller than you are? Well, I think dieting is nutty. I have kept myself all my life about 10 pounds under what my weight really wanted to be, what my body needed. But actresses, models, and dancers do that. That's what you do when you're in a profession. You do what you have to do. So that's what I did. I was not a ballerina. I didn't wear tutus in my dancing days, but I did wear leotards, tights, white colors, white bodysuits, and I had to stay slender. A bulging stomach when you're in a bodysuit head to toe is a no-no. Today, on the Today Show, Dr. Siegel was talking about the 6-cookie diet. Well, they look like chocolate chip, but they do not taste like chocolate chip. Chocolate chip and all those diets like Jenny Craig and Nutrisystem are major one week, and then the next week something else comes up. Now we have Dr. Oz, who's very, very much promoting resveratrol. Resveratrol. I have to say it very carefully. Does it work? I don't know. I know that I watched his exercises. He has a tape, and I did not agree with them. I thought they did more harm than good, particularly the abs. I felt he was sort of showing off what he thought he could do. And I'm an expert on exercise, so I can't support Dr. Oz. I do know about the 18 diets that we've had over the years. There was AIDS candy. There was the Sleeping Beauty diet back in the 60s, end of the 60s. Elvis was on it. You were sedated and you could go to sleep for about 10 days, and they never explained how you went to the bathroom, but you did lose weight because you were not eating for 10 days. In 1972, when I was in the height of my busy time as a dancer, I heard about Dr. Atkins' new book called Diet Revolution. All the carbohydrates you want to eat. You use keto sticks, you pee on a keto stick, and if it turns purple, it means that the ketones in your blood are consuming your body fat as opposed to using up the glucose that's in carbohydrates. If it sounds too complicated, forget that. That's not important. I went to Dr. Atkins because I was going to the Festival of Cologne, an international festival, in a white outfit, head to toe, and I needed to look slender, and I needed to lose about 5 pounds. Well, he was wonderful. He collects paintings, he collects famous patients and semi-famous ones like me, and he liked my legs. He liked the dancer leggy look of me in mini skirts, and we became good friends. And Dr. Atkins realized that when I went on the pure carbohydrate diet, I lost energy. I needed sugar. It just was the way I am. So he created a special diet for me, and I went to Cologne and danced in Cologne on an Emily Dr. Atkins diet. And when I was in Cologne, I bought him a gift. I bought him 6 packages of cyclamates. Cyclamates is a saccharin substitute, and he was always on a diet himself. So I bought that for him, and I was ready to bring it home to him, but I was booed in Cologne. That's a separate story. That's quite an experience to be booed. To be booed and to still do a curtain call. Wow. Anyway, after I came home from Cologne, I didn't see Dr. Atkins. I still have his cyclamates because I started moving in different directions. I got more and more involved with being a writer. I've been a dancer all my life, so I still do a bar every day, and that's part of me. All my life, exercise has been a part of my life. But I need to tell you, Ray Dieting, that all the things that you hear about, going to the gym, Pilates, biking, roller skating, running, hiking, Pilates, all those things will not help you lose weight. Motivation is the key. Buy a book if you want to go on a diet. Buy a little notebook and answer the question, why do I want to be thinner? Put down silly things, put down private things. Even if it has to do with your lover, you want your lover to think of you as a slender sylph. Whatever you put down is okay. Read what you write, what you put in that notebook for 7 days before you start a diet. Then if it still makes sense to you, go on an eat less diet. Eat less means tiny portions, eat slowly, and eat 5 to 7 times a day. It also has other things that I want to suggest, which is don't tell anybody. Weigh yourself before you go on the diet. Find a realistic goal, not 50 pounds, but what you really would like to achieve and need to achieve in order to like yourself more. Then go on that diet, avoid parties. If friends say to you, oh, come on, have a little taste, come on, because they don't know that you're on a diet, you don't tell them. You just act. You say, I don't know, I'm just not hungry. And if you go off the diet and you sin, take 4 days off your diet and read what you wrote in the notebook every day. If it still makes sense to you, go back in your diet. Now, the other rule about the diet is only weigh yourself before you begin, and then 2 weeks later, exactly at the same time, on the same scale, in the same position on your bathroom floor or wherever the scale is, weigh yourself again. Don't weigh yourself more than every 2 weeks. And you may find that you can lose weight. Why do I talk about this? Because I spent so much time in my life trying to lose weight, and it becomes an obsession. It was because of balancing dancers, and they look like sylphs, and none of this is significant. The significant thing is to be who you are. And if you're round or chunky, be who you are. That's Emily's advice to you. This is Emily Frankel signing off for Air Broadcasting. I'll see you next week with my husband, John Cullum. Good night.
This is AI.R. See you next week.